Hello, my friend. How you doing today? I hope you're having a great day. It's been a really interesting day today. I started my day like normal, but as the day wore on and stuff, the more I kept thinking about our last conversations about weight loss, and what it does, the struggles and everything. And I bet you struggle with it too. I mean, I make it sound like it's easy for me, but it isn't. Every day is a struggle. And this morning when I got up, I do my normal routine, but I went and looked in the mirror and I asked myself, is there more that I could tell you? Well, I thought about that for a little bit. And the more I walked away from the mirror and was getting dressed this morning and thinking about it so much, the more I thought about, yeah, there is. You need to put forth a little more effort to let them know that you're not walking this path alone. And sometimes, you know, some of your closest people, your family, your friends, they can be supportive, but also they can be harmful too, because you'll see them eating chips and snacks and everything in front of you, but they don't give it any thought about what you're doing. So, as I said before, sometimes they do it out of not even thinking about it. It's just, consciousness doesn't kick in to think, oh, he's losing weight or he or she's losing weight and I shouldn't be doing this in front of them. But this is where it gets interesting. If you really think about it, they shouldn't have to change their lifestyle for yours or vice versa. You know, I mean, it's your decision, your things that you have to do. Now, to say that that's going to make it easier to say that, it isn't. No, not in the least bit, it isn't. But the one thing about it is that will help you is to think they can eat like that, that's fine. But I'm happy with what I'm doing. Each day is another step in the right direction. I consider what I'm doing, and I know if you're making this decision right now, you need to think about it. It's a decision for you too. You know, you don't get where you're going by just standing still. Every footstep gets you closer to that destination. And think about it. It's not a race. It's never going to be a race to lose weight. That's just the way it is. You don't think you're going to rush through it because believe me, you didn't put it on overnight and you're sure the heck not going to take it off overnight. But as I woke up this morning thinking about everything I wanted to talk to you about today, the one thing I did want to say is make this day a new start. If you cheated a little bit yesterday, just think about, I did it, I'm sorry, and you go on and make up for that mistake. I mean, that's just the way it is. You really need to think about that. You don't want to sit there and just beat yourself around and beat yourself up for making one mistake. I mean, we're all guilty of it. But look at it this way. You knew it was a mistake after you did it, and now you're sitting there beating yourself up about it. Well, the best thing is to do is not do it again. But also try to find things that keeps your mind busy. Whether it be playing a game or outside walking or enjoying the sunshine or talking to friends, that's something that you can do to keep your mind preoccupied. And believe me, it does work. I mean, I sit and work on computers, I do this and I do that, and it really makes a big difference for me. I mean, I had several people come over and visited me today, and they were really shocked. They hadn't seen me in a long time, and they were amazed at the weight loss that I had. I mean, they were shocked. So just put it behind you. Yesterday was yesterday. Can't bring it back. But right is today. So just keep it on track today. And like I said, this is one thing you need to do and watch yourself, pace yourself. You know, don't look at what other people doing and go, they can do it, why can't I? No, you can do it. I believe in you. I know you can. I mean, I'm giving you the faith and the structures to do it. Now, yesterday I mentioned that I take a shake that I drink in the morning, and I'm going to tell you what it is. It's Premier Protein, and it's no plug for them. I don't want you to think that I'm plugging it for them. They're not paying me to talk like this. But that is one thing that has really helped me. Now, it may not help you, but it probably would if you did try something like that. You know, don't fall into the gimmicks of having, oh, I can have one of these snack things, you know, that are low carb and everything else, but you got to read the ingredients because that's the main thing. I mean, you're going to be having stuff that if you want something to snack on or something, which you shouldn't, but if you do, get a cheese stick, have some celery with a little bit of peanut butter on it or something. Watch your peanut butter. Get the natural peanut butter. Don't get the added sugar stuff. So stuff like that. But then keep your mind busy. You know, that's all it is. I mean, the old thing is if you're not busy and you're bored, what do you do? You're going to eat. Yeah, that's usually what happens. But it can be changed. Believe me, it can be. I mean, just give yourself the time, the effort. And I'll guarantee you, if you give yourself 1 year, and I know 365 days, that's a long time. But if you ever really sit back and thought about it and said to yourself, and we've all done this, I know we have, New Year's Eve will come around and go, where did that year go? There you go. I mean, each day goes by, I keep looking back and go, wow, April was a long time ago, and I'm still doing this. And it does it. Days just fly by, you know, and it feels good in here. Yeah, my clothes are looser. I'm feeling better. I'm walking better. I noticed something the other day. I got up out of a chair so much easier and smoother. I mean, things are just feeling so much better. And I know when you start experiencing that in your weight loss journey, you're going to feel it too. I know you will. And don't give up hope. I mean, don't sit there and say, oh, I've tried this for a week and it doesn't work. Yeah, it can. You just got to give it to yourself to do it because believe me, it can. And little steps. Don't take big. Don't leap off and say, oh, I'm going to leap into this and do it that way. Well, you know what? It will happen. I mean, try it. Look at your diet list. Sit down, make a journal. Here's the best thing I can advise you. Think about what you're going to eat that day. You know, plan out your breakfast, your lunch, and your supper. Look at it. Where does this stuff need to be? Now, my breakfast is very light. I have my protein shake in the morning, my 2 cheese sticks, and that's it. Lunch, I really don't think about lunch until maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's late, I know. But I'm really not hungry. But here's the thing. At lunch is when I have my biggest meal. Like today, I had a piece of chicken and some pulled pork. That was it. I got the protein, very high protein. A little bit of carbs, not much, but I did have it. Now for supper tonight will be some light stuff. I'll have some pickles, some cheese, and some meat. But I'll keep my calorie count down to about 1,000 to 1,100, but my protein level will be up here, way up here. That's what you're looking for. Because remember, more protein, a little more fat, makes you full. If you eat enough protein and you eat enough fat in your diet, you will not get hungry. Plain and simple. You know, 1 plus 1 equals 2. There you go. So, simple math. Look at yourself. Look at what you're eating. Stay away from the starches, you know, the complex carbohydrates. They're no good for you. If you're trying to lose weight, this is the way to do it. Plan ahead. Always plan ahead. When you go on a trip, don't you plan where you're going? Well, this is a trip. This is the same thing. This is just a long journey that you're taking. So you need to plan. Think about it. Know what you're going to do. And don't make it something like, oh, I'm going to be on this for about a week or so, and if I don't see any results, then I know it's not working. It doesn't work that way. You know, to make it to the edge of where you're going, you got to take one step at a time. There's an old saying in the Bible that, you just got to keep pressing on. There was a song we used to sing growing up, one day at a time. That's all this is one day at a time. And yeah, the journey, you're going to have ups and downs. Every day there's going to be an up or down. There's going to be a few days you're going to feel like, wow, this is going great. And all of a sudden you're going to have something that might feel like a setback. Or if you go get on the scale and you don't think you've lost as much weight as you should, then it's going to make you feel down and depressed. Don't feel that way. Every loss is a gain for you, no matter how big or small it is. I know, I've been there, I felt it, I know. Believe me, I'm in that boat with you. I'm rowing right along with you. I've had where I've lost some and I didn't think I should have lost more. But then I've had them tell me that, sometimes inches means more than the scale. And you will too. Your body's going to fluctuate a lot. You may not lose as much weight, but you're going to start losing inches, and then it's going to start catching up, because that's the way our body is working. The thing you need to remember, not everybody is the same. I mean, one person, and I can verify this, my brother used to be able to sit down and eat a half a pizza or something like that, never gain an ounce. I look at it and gain 3. That's just the way it was. I mean, I've seen people sit there and eat and not gain anything. I know a lot of it's metabolism, but it's how I think we train ourselves. I mean, some of us are emotional eaters. We get upset, we grab for the chips, we grab for the cookies or the crackers. Society does not make it easy on you whatsoever, not one bit. The food companies know this. That's why they target it. If you don't believe me, when next time you walk in the supermarket, look at where the shelves are the lowest at, that aims for the kids and stuff. The cookies, the crackers, the cereals that are sugar laden and everything. They're right at the height of where these kids and people should be. The healthy stuff always seems to be way up at the top. They don't want you to reach for that, but you should. And then look at it this way. You can feel better about yourself if you eat the right things, and you won't miss that other stuff. I mean, think about it. A crisp apple, some grapes, some celery, they crunch. But just remember, the things that you want in life take sacrifices. Everything does. When you as a child, you always said, wow, if I could just do this or do that. And you made it. Not all the time you didn't, but most of the time you did. And for some reason, you always strive to make yourself better. It's the same way in school. Didn't you fail at something and the teacher says, I want you to try again? And when you come back, didn't you correct it and make it better? Don't give up on yourself. Believe me, I know you can do it, and that's what it's all about, and it's in here. I mean, I'm pulling for you, just like I know you're pulling for me. So just hang in there, follow the steps, each step. And each morning when you get up and look in that mirror and say, today is going to be a good day. And today is going to be fantastic because we're going to make this work. If you tell yourself every day, self-discipline will solve a lot of what's going on. Trust me, it will. If you tell yourself every day, this is what I want to do. I want to make my life better. The mind over matter. It does make a difference. So just remember that. Mind over matter. And, it's something that no matter what it is, it can always be overcome. Weight loss can be overcome. So just remember that, okay? All right. So, any questions you have for me, please leave it in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe at this channel. And always remember, I'm here for you, okay? So stay strong, stay hopeful, and I'll see you again right here on Let's Talk.